I haven't made a video for a while because I've been really busy, and I want to tell you why. And I feel like it would be a disservice to you if I don't tell you this, and laugh at me later if it's not true, laugh at me later if I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong, but if you listen to me and it does happen later, then you're going to be grateful that you listened to me. And it doesn't hurt to have a lot of stuff stocked up anyway. Maybe there's an earthquake, tornado, hurricane, breakdown of infrastructure, you just never know. So what I'm doing and what I suggest you do is start preparing. You have a short amount of time, maybe this summer, maybe into September, as if they don't do cyber polygon lockdown, which will stop all infrastructure. I really suggest that you work on preparing, because if you don't, the lines at the supermarkets, if there's anything even in supermarkets, would be really long. In Africa, there's 3-mile long lines at the airports, right, or at the supermarkets right now, because the infrastructure has broken down. In South Africa, not all of Africa. I have a friend in one part of South Africa who, she says it's okay there, but it's still a little shaky and kind of a little, up in the air. But I just want to give you a warning that things are not as calm as they seem on the surface. This is the calm before the storm. When the fall comes, when the flu season comes, we are going to be so heavy duty into the insanity, the lockdowns, the inability to have a business and make a living and all of this stuff. We're going to be really heavy duty into this in the fall. And everything looks normal. Everybody's going about their business, doing stuff. I'm here in Ecuador right now, here in Cuenca. I'm in a taxi on my way over to another spot where, right now, I'm actually on my way to a pharmacy to buy a good load of aspirin and some painkillers for anybody in my community who might end up with dental pain or something that they can't take care of later. Or, I also have to stock up on some thyroid, because I take thyroid medicine. So I just want to encourage you to start preparing right now while everything is still here, while everything is calm. Just realize that behind the scenes, everything is falling apart. I have friends who are in the food business, and they are having a hard time getting the supplies for their stores. They're having a hard time getting the supplies for their products that they make. I'm in construction at Gaia Sagrada. We're still building some stuff, and it's still I can't find bathroom sinks right now. It's really hard to find a bathroom sink, and it's hard to find certain kind of glass for windows right now. It's hard to find the metal for the windows, for the frames. So there's a breakdown happening. Things are not getting shipped. Basically, whatever's in the warehouse right now is what you can get. So I really suggest that you start preparing. At least get 6 months worth of food and toilet paper. I've been preparing for a long time. I don't talk about this much because I don't want to start any kind of weird, I don't talk about this much because some people get all crazy with the, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, I'm not. What I do is I look at the facts. I look at what's actually going on, what the facts are, and the facts are pointing to an agenda. It's not a theory anymore, it's right in your face. If you're paying attention, you'll see it, and you can call me names or say I'm wrong or laugh at me later if I'm wrong, and I hope that I am. Laugh at me later, but if you listen now, you'll be really grateful later that you did. Because all I'm saying is, just get a bunch of food and toilet paper right now. The worst that can happen if I'm wrong is, say you have 6 or 12 or maybe 24 months worth of food and toilet paper, and you can, hi, rinse right there. I'm going to give this girl $1. I feel really bad for these people who are stuck in Ecuador and I'm here in Venezuela. Toma. Mucho gracias. Buena suerte. Yeah, I just think that there's a lot of Venezuelans sitting here with their kids, and you know, some of them are trying to trick people and they rent kids and stuff, but you know, they're having a hard time. Anybody who's out there begging at a light, I'm sorry, juggling balls at a light or playing guitar or swirling hoops, you know, I give them $1. Bruce and I spend like $15 every time we come to Cuenca, because at every light we're giving somebody $1. Because, you know, it's just like our way of, you know, we spend like $15 or $20 every time we come, just hoping $1 helps out this one person. And it's like I mean, okay, maybe I get tricked 1 or 2 times out of the 10 times, or 1 or 2 times out of the 20 times that I actually gave somebody something who really truly needed something. Because I used to not give money to people because, you know, I thought, you know, I'm being tricked almost all the time. But I'm like, you know what? I'm willing to be tricked a couple times to help the ones who aren't trying to trick me. Because I've been there too. I played a guitar on a street corner to try and make some money, and, you know, I washed windshields at rest areas trying to get the gas to get to the next city. I've been there. So I like to help out my fellow human being that way. Anyway, going back to the whole, please stock up some stuff. It's not gonna hurt. It's not gonna, maybe don't tell a whole lot of people that you're doing it, but, and if you have money, try to get stuff extra for other people so you have something to share, because there's going to be a lot of really unprepared people. Now, if you really want to be with somebody who's thinking ahead and get prepared ahead, feel free to come to Guy Sagrada, Ecuador. We're gonna start a community aspect of Guy Sagrada, because the retreat business is going. We're gonna open in October, but I don't expect it to last for long. I'm gonna be honest with you. Once the lockdowns happen and you know, once the flu season comes in the fall, it might be all over. There's probably going to be a lot of deaths and sickness. And I don't know, by say the beginning of the year of 2022, it could be a much different world. But all I'm saying is, you got to start getting ready now, and just, you know, be one of the ones who are the solution to the problem instead of part of the problem. The people who are not prepared are going to be part of the problem. If you are prepared, you're the solution to the problem. You're the one who has some sugar. You're the one who has some salt. If you don't know what to buy, one thing I can tell you is that corn doesn't last. Corn and flour never last. Seeds, the smaller the seed, like quinoa and chia, the smaller the seed, the longer it lasts. Like mustard seed is a superfood. Alfalfa seed will last a long time. And then, of course, you got your rice and your... Sí, vamos a Unidad Nacional y hacemos, solo cruzamos a la río, a la calle que está al lado de la río.
Y esta misma.
Yeah, en esa calle solo va a Unidad Nacional. Y yo directo cuando estamos allá.
Ya.
Yeah, es simple. ¿Cómo?
I tell me, yes, over there, yeah, you tell me.
Yeah, está detrás la calle Ordóñez Lazo. Está como la una otro, pero es la una al río. Ay, al río. I love Spanish. It's such a sexy language. My friendly taxi driver is taking us there. But really think about this, and forget all the politics, forget the vaccine thing, forget all that stuff. This isn't about that. This world is having an infrastructure foundational crack. And this world has to fall apart for a while in order for it to get better. So, in a way, you gotta be able to weather that storm and get to the other side. That's really what this is about. You just gotta get to the other side. And the way to get to there is, if you're in a city, you need to move. I mean, just get out of the city. There's no way a city is going to work for this whole thing. And I don't mean to be alarmist and everything, but I mean, if you see a train coming down the track, you just gotta get off the track. And the train is here. It's pretty much here. It's chugging on by. And if you're still on the track, you're gonna get run over. So it doesn't matter how normal everything looks right now. It's gonna happen really fast. When the infrastructure falls, it's gonna fall really fast, and you won't have time to react to that. You don't have time to just, la-di-da around right now and think, okay, well, I'll handle it later, if it looks like it's bad. There's a crack in the foundation, a big crack. Like, for instance, that building that came down in Miami, there was a woman who was out in the hallway to get something, and she suddenly saw this crack in the wall, like a crack moved across the wall, just went across the wall, and she was like, holy crap, what is that? And she heard it too. It just cracked across the wall, and she was 6 flights up, and she ran 6 flights down the stairs. She didn't go back to her apartment to get her favorite photos or anything. She ran down the stairs in her bathrobe and managed to get out of that building 6 flights down right before it fell down behind her. That's what's happening right now. There's a crack in the wall. There's a crack in the foundation. And if you're paying attention, you can see it. And I'm seeing it, and so are a lot of other people. And I'm taking action. I'm basically getting out of the building. And getting out of the building means the building that's about to collapse. You're getting out of the building, and that means, in this situation, you're getting food and toilet paper and getting yourself ready to be without the services, without infrastructure, possibly without even water or electric for a little while. So make sure you get yourself a water filter and see if you can figure out a good source of water. Like I said, you've got to be in the country. You've got to get out of the cities. Even the Bible says, at the time when the mark of the beast is around, flee the cities. The Bible even says that. The only solution is to basically run and hide and flee the cities. And so, I know this might not be the greatest news for some of you because you're in the city holding a job, but start looking around and seeing if you have any friends who would let you park a trailer, buy a trailer and put it out there, or pitch a tent on their property, something, put some food in a storage place until you can figure out a better place to take it. But if you don't have a lot of room, start storing the food in your start storing the food in a storage space or something like that. If you have a small apartment, you can make tables out of it. Get rid of your kitchen table, get rid of your end tables, and put boxes with a nice tablecloth over them or something. And that's one way that you can make room in a really small space. I'm telling you guys, this is the only thing I'm going to say about this whole prepping thing. I think, maybe. But I'm telling you, there is a storm on the way. And I always want to say to all the people who are fighting over racism and all this stuff, all the politics, I'm like, guys, stop fighting. There is a tsunami on the way. Doesn't anybody see this coming? So the whole idea for, it's going to take, I had this vision in 1995. And I saw that I was going to have a community. I was going to turn a retreat center into a community. I think that time is now. And that we were going to weather the storm and have everything we need, grow our own food, all this stuff. But we were going to have to hunker down and stay out of civilization for about 2 to 3 years. This whole thing is going to take about 2 to 3 years, maybe 4 or 5 at most. And at that point, all the bad guys are gone, and humanity, whoever makes it to the other side, is able to... Vamos a la derecha.
Hold this one.
Yeah, in the canal derecha para ahorita. And whoever makes it to the other side, we're going to come out and build the new Earth. We're going to be the ones to make it. And I'm determined to make it, and I want to make it so everybody else who's with me... No, a la derecha. Yeah, arriba. ¿Es eso? Avenida de los Americas. Cruz la Rio y vete a la izquierda. Yeah. Yeah. Vamos a la izquierda. Izquierda. Vamos allá a la Rio. El Rio. Yeah, necesito torna. Yeah. Vamos a la izquierda. Ok, vamos a la redondel. Redondel. Y hacemos una redonda y vamos a la redondel. Give directions to the driver to get where I'm going. But, what was I? Anyway, just get off the tracks. Trains all the way. And I hate to be, I'm not a doom and gloomer. I'm not. I actually believe this is a transition. This is not the end of the world. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of an old paradigm that doesn't work anyway. You didn't fit into that old paradigm anyway, so don't be upset or worried. I mean, yeah, sure, maybe our dreams were crashed. I never got to open my retreat center in the United States for the shamanic stuff. I never got to go around and do my concert tours that I wanted to, and I only got to do the free retreat tours for 1 year, one summer, and you know, I had plans just like you, but now the plan is to survive the tsunami that is going to wipe out a lot of stuff in this world, including people. So prepare yourself spiritually, prepare yourself mentally, prepare yourself physically. This is the time. And yeah, everything looks normal. Business as usual, right? Oh, maybe things are even getting better, right? Trust me, there's a crack in the foundation, and I'll be honest with you, you don't have time to figure it all out and watch a bunch of videos and learn all the stuff that's going on. You don't have time for this. Get to work and just start stocking up, and you're going to be glad you did. If you don't, you know, try to hook up with somebody who is. Anyway, love you guys. Over and out. Be well and Godspeed. You have a short time, very short. Make it your priority this month and next. Ciao.